Hello. I decided to start early because I didn't want to be here. I had a shitty day today, so went to the doctor's office, waited over an hour, and then they called someone in who came in after me, and I'm like, really? So I'm like in a shit mood. There's so much better I could have been doing with my day than that crap. Anyway, I'll give everybody a few minutes to mosey on in. I've been told I should drop this more often, so I will. Like, today is a shit show. The shit show actually started last night or yesterday. So I turned the faucet on and nothing came out. Not air pressure, not bubbles, nothing. I'm like, so we have well water, I might add. So our pump has gone to shit. So we are going, yeah, apparently tanks for well water are expensive. Fucking great. Hey, Bone. And so, yeah, that's money we don't have. So we're going to have to do our laundry at the neighbor's house and shit. Great fucking time. I thought we have neighbors. So, yeah, the doctor pissed me off today. Well, she's secretary good. So, she keeps track of the sign-in sheet and calls people in. So, I get skipped after waiting for an hour. I was so mad. I hope that's for this shit. Anyway, so I figured we'd complain about the news and whatnot. It is warm in here. Which is weird because it's cloudier than normal. It's warm. How are you doing, Bone? My hair is doing some weird shit today. Sorry. I apologize on my hair's behalf. Oh, my back. Anyway, I don't want anyone to feel like they missed anything, so I'll give it another minute or so. Because honestly, like me going live is the only thing that actually sends out notifications, I think. Alright. Well, it went from 4 to 3, so I guess we should probably do the news. So, let's get the screen ready. I scooch over because it's always on like this side. Where should we start first? Alright. Let's see how quick we can do this without annoying too many people. So, alright. I found this interesting. So, Israeli archaeologists announced discovered a trove of early Islamic gold coins found during a recent salvage excavation near the city central of Javane. I think their wives are spelled or pronounced like a J. I think so. So I would say Javine. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Israeli language isn't really my strong suit. English barely is. So anyway, but yeah, I find that interesting. Like, isn't this a sign they coexisted or whatever like a long time ago, and somehow Israel's still expanding? Like, I don't know. No, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, like, land doesn't just expand on its own. I think that was kind of like a we were here first kind of thing. I don't know. But whatever. Cool. I wish I found this shit. I had pocketed a few. Just like I have something cool to put on my bookshelf, you know? Totally would have. Anyway, on to the next article. Oh, fucking boy. I think the US is trying to troll China, which is not a good idea. Anyway, so apparently a US YouTube spy plane disrupted China's military exercises they were doing. I'm not gonna lie though, if I knew China was doing military exercises, I would want to go spy on it too. I'm not lying. Totally would. Like, multi-gunman. Holy fucking shit. You finally made it. Did you change your mic settings? No, I did not. I don't know. If the computer turned off, it might have. I don't know. I didn't change. Fucking balls. I did not change any of the settings. Maybe it just hates me. It's already been a shit day. My well water pump thing is fucked. The tank's messed up. And if we keep trying to run it, it's going to burn the motor. Some shit like that. Did a live stream while I was this is similarly to the time I normally do it. I think you just finally got a notification for it. Anyway. So yes, it seems they are very salty that the spy plane was checking them out, obviously. Hey, Keck, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been? It says, high altitude U.S. reconnaissance craft went into airspace. Beijing deemed to be off limits. Sorry, it's very small on here. Like, I did not do a very good job when I was, like, editing this on my phone to be put on here. So, anyway, so yeah, China's salty, but I can't see both sides on this one. Like, y'all, like, they're known for being scandalous. So, of course, we're going to go see what the fuck they're doing. No duh. Yes, I want to know what they're doing. Can't trust nobody no more. Actually, probably never really could, but really, really can't trust nobody anymore. So, hell yeah, they wouldn't spy on her. They're mad. Anyway, the world has gotten so fucked up that the Babylon Bee is actually starting to become a reputable news source. Like, this is supposed to be satire. But it's not! That's what's weird. The world has gone so weird and so fucked up that things like the Inquirer and Babylon Bee are actually accurate. I think one of the reasons they can hide behind it is that they're labeled as satire. So you can get away with saying and outrageous or wild things, and people might be like, are they joking or are they not joking? I think, I mean, how wrong is this? I think it's true. I really do. The Babylon Bee is becoming more credible than most of our mainstream news sources. Container Man, hello! I sent you a message earlier asking how you were doing, I think. But, like, I don't know if you saw it, and I have not checked my Twitter in a while, so I don't know. Hey, Darth Hasher, how are you? But, yeah, the Babylon Bee is pretty much starting to become somewhat reputable. It's a little sad that this is what's happened to the world. Where's that bent up? Yeah, but what better way to tell the truth than to hide behind satire? So maybe they won't get suicided. It's worth a shot. More shit. Always conflicting news. Always. The new CDC guidance states that healthy people who have been exposed to the coronavirus do not necessarily need a test as long as they don't have symptoms, which is what they've said on and off, on and off, on and off since like January. Seriously. Some experts say that could result in fewer people being tested. Well, of course it could result in fewer people being tested because if you don't think you're sick, why would you go get checked? You don't usually go to the hospital or something unless you think something's wrong. Anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch of conflicting reports. They got this, and then they're saying that the number of COVID testing positives are going down, but the deaths are going up. Like, yeah, it's a clusterfuck. You know what? Live your life. Just do your thing. Just do what I do. Just try to stay away from people if you can. Just do what you do. Fuck it. My dad says we don't get out of this world alive anyway. And these are the assholes that are trying to pretend to save us, and they don't know what they're doing. Hello, Miss Helen. How are you? Deranged lunatic. I haven't seen you in a while. I did see you on someone's stream last night. I was really kind of out of it and tired, So I can't remember who, but I think it was Jesse. I think it was Crow's Nest. I think I saw you on. I meant to say hi, but I was just my brain was like fried from being tired. So hi to you now. And oh, you did reply, Container Man. Awesome. I'll get to that in a bit. Your scratches when you're done. Meow. She lost her wallety thing, and I found it in a dark abyss that is my room. Because everybody kind of goes in there and chills and acts like the bed's a couch, and everybody just kind of chills out and like plays video games and talks, smokes, whatever. Yes, everybody has a medical card. So no, you have to worry about that. I didn't think y'all really worried about that, but just throwing that out there for disclosure purposes. Anyways, so anyway, back to the little bit of news thing. Meow, Jazzy. They're both here. I heard them come in. It's kind of weird of like talking to somebody on here that's in the other room. It's kind of weird. It's funny though. It's funny. Hey, if your family doesn't support you, like you can't, right? Anyway, what's this shit? Well, I'm sitting here trying to think of something funny to say that isn't going to be like sexual innuendo and like offensive. So basically, yeah, as you can tell, it looks like part of the U.S. is going to get its ass kicked. Sorry, okay, like, so, kind of line it up because the screen shit. So, yeah, it's building up speed here. By the time it gets to Louisiana, it's going to be about 115, and then it's going to be about 65 when it gets close to Oklahoma. Yeah, it's big enough, it's going to touch part of us. I'm kind of excited about that. And then it's going to go over there and show New York how much it fucking hates it. So, New York and Connecticut, and probably part of Virginia. Fuck, I hate the East Coast. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean I hate the people on the East Coast. No, it's not all of you, but like, oh god, yeah. So they're gonna, yeah. It seems, what's weird? It seems like this is almost always the same path every hurricane takes. Although there has been a few that went like straight up this way. Usually it does this weird curve thing. Like it's trying harder and harder to hit Oklahoma. I kind of want to drive partway down and film that, but I don't have the money for gas, for the fuel, and a new tire. I have one bald tire, which would indicate that I have other issues with the car. But that's for another time. Anyway, but yes, I wish I could go down there and film some of this going on. It would be awesome. And if you might have had this on your 2020 bingo card. There was one article saying that it would hit Earth, but it would burn up mostly in the atmosphere. Now this one is saying it might come close. So they're not really sure of the trajectory at this point. They're really not sure if it's going to hit us or not. But we can only hope, huh? We can only hope. Yeah. Not sure how it will go. Yes, Jesse streamed last night. If you get a chance, you are to join us tonight. What is today? Give me a minute. Wednesday. Do I even do on Wednesday? I don't think I do. What time would the shindig be on Central Time? You know what? He'll text me. He'll always text me a link and let me know. Cause yeah, okay. I'll see about it. Cause I'm just kind of I am not fun right now. Sorry. But anyway, so yeah, we can only hope an asteroid at least hits part of the Earth that would actually be beneficial for the rest of us. It's just such a hard choice on what that would be. Everything's a mess. I was gonna say, like it'd be funny if it hit Washington D.C. I might have an NSA come kicking in my door or whatever. Even though I have absolutely no control over an asteroid. Anyway, so that is the news articles I collected. It really seemed like more when I was putting them together. Oh, hey, Happy Dinosaur. I'm working on being a pirate kitty. I'm not there yet. I can't even get like spray foam to like make sure the boat has decent buoyancy. If you could drive down at some point in the close southbound traffic and reverse it northbound, you would have an adequate evacuation. Now I'll just tie myself to a fucking phone pole and be like, bring it on! No, I'm sure a lot of evacuation routes would probably be already like taken up with people trying to get out. Oh, I forgot to mention, they're also apparently they are evacuating Galveston from an article I had seen. So I was like, fun. Last time I was in a hurricane, it was Hurricane Allison. I had water like above my knees trying to walk home from the bar with my at the time husband. He was having way too much fun with that water. I'm like, you do realize how dirty this water is, right? Like, this is Mississippi water. Bodies are found in this. Like, seriously. But it's been a while, and I wasn't into filming stuff back then. Of course, back then it was harder too because you didn't have them on your phone. Now you can. So, anyway, God, that would be fun to go into that hurricane and check that shit out. That'd be boss. So, yeah. But yeah, I have issues. I'm still bitching about that. But now I have to shower and do my laundry at the neighbor's house because our well pump thingy broke. And apparently it's going to cost like $1,500. I don't know why everything keeps piling up one after another. So we already had issues. Then the property tax bill came, and I'm like, oh, joy! And then that, and I'm like, fuck me. So if I had anything worth selling, I already have been. No, it's category 4. Yeah, they say it's a category. That seems to be commotion about that because they say it's category 4. But they're saying by the time it hits part of Louisiana, it's going to be category 5. Hey, tactical technician, how are you doing? And hello, Optic Razor, by the way. But yeah, so literally everything's just piling up one after another. I don't know what to do. Like, there's like nothing I can do, and I hate it. So yeah, so if y'all feel like throwing some love, God knows it's needed because holy shit. They said the tank was just getting kind of old. I'm like, can we just dip the whole fucking like well pump tank into some Flex Seal and put it back on? But apparently it also has something to do with a water bladder inside of the tank. And I'm like, oh, we have that too? Okay. I don't know a lot about well water and pumps and stuff, so like it's all a new surprise for me. So yeah, there's that. Container man, hi. Such a dangerous situation. Yeah. Oh, caught it yesterday leaving Houston. Traffic was a bitch. Yeah, I will throw you some love anytime. Oh, purr. Hi, Wookie. It's super awesome to see you again. You're such a doll. Anyway, yeah, there's now more people in here after the news is over. Ugh. Dang it. I've got to think of something. Like, I don't know. Maybe just have a sit down chat and then start the news. Maybe that would be working better. I don't know. I might try doing that. Mm. Anyway, so yeah, and if any of y'all live near Oklahoma and know how to fix like well water pumps and tanks and shit, that's awesome. Because we got that problem. Yeah, a couple accidents with traffic yesterday. Of course, as soon as people see some rain, they act like they don't know how to fucking drive and they lose their mind. They're like, oh my god, let me hit my brakes really fast. Let me oversteer my wheels. Ah! Like, God. These people. Oh. It's like that in Oklahoma, too. Yeah, apparently the water pump's messed up, and if we try to run it, it will burn the motor. Meow. What's up? Yeah, well, yes and no. I went to the doctor, and then I got there at like 12:57, and the door was unlocked. And I'm like, oh my god, fucking perfect. And there was like two people. There was like one person in there. I sat down, and then a third person came in, and then a fourth, some chick with a cane. And we're all waiting. It's been like an hour. And then like one patient leaves from the back, and we're like, where the hell did she fucking come from? And then she called in someone else's name of another female, and I'm thinking, excuse me, like what about the guy that came before me, and what about me? Like what? So I got mad because I was super hangry and hadn't eaten. So I got mad and I left. Well, they should have handled it before fucking lunch. So I was super pissed, and I left, and they didn't bother to explain that to anyone because there wasn't hardly anybody there. So, so she seemed to call in the chick that came in with the cane, and I'm like, that bitch is younger than me. Come on, are you kidding? Another dude was like suffering from food poisoning, waiting so he could get a doctor's note from work. So he and I were like waiting an hour. It was ridiculous. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Bye. That what? The fucking secretary doesn't know how to read the sign-in sheet? Yes, I've seen her mark out my name before it was my time to even go up. I know he only gives her that job because it's his fucking sister or something. Anyway, so we're considering going back tomorrow if they can get their shit together. Yeah, but I was like super hungry, so I just that and the guy that was sitting across from me who had food poisoning. God bless his heart, he would not shut the fuck up about having seen Bigfoot and that Bigfoot's common around here in Oklahoma. And I'm like, are you? I looked at him. I was like, should we trade drugs by chance? And he got chuckled. And I noticed he had a black eye, and I'm wondering, is this how he got the black eye? But yeah, he was like, yeah, I was trying to get my camera phone to work, and I couldn't get it to work, which I can relate to those issues. But he was talking about seeing like Bigfoot a few times in Oklahoma. He's like, yeah, you got to stay away from the rivers, especially at dark. And I'm like, noted. And I'm like, get me out of here. So that did not help me staying. I don't know, but yeah, I was sitting here listening to this, and I'm just like, oh no, he says Bigfoot's actually mean and might eat people. What, that's what, yeah. And I'm sitting here like, someone get me out of here. This guy needs meds more than I do. I don't doubt. I said to him, I was like, dude, some of the people in Oklahoma are kind of ugly. Are you sure you just didn't mistake it for another citizen or something? And he's like, no. This dude was like, this thing was like, you know, it was like real tall. And I'm thinking, I've seen really tall people before, bro. And I'm sitting there just like raising. I don't know if my eyebrow was up or not. I think it may have gotten tired and finally came back down. But I was just like I looked shell shocked. I'm just like, okay. I haven't had enough coffee or food for this. And that was after 40 minutes of waiting. So I had to sit through 20 or so or more minutes of listening to this dude. And I was just like, oh my God, just overdose me now with ketamine, please. Oh God. So I was like, you know what? Uh, See, yeah, that's why I like to go in after lunch because every time I go in after lunch, except for today, like people wait, and then you're like one of the first like 4 or 5 to be seen. And so that's what I did. I did my normal MO, and like it was a shit show waiting for me, huh? And they closed from 12 to 1, and I got there at 12:57 and walked through the door, and there was already a dude waiting, and that was the Bigfoot dude. But yeah, that's like Monday or some shit. It's not today because like there was people there. I don't know. Nobody emailed me about that. I've told Chris to log in and check. I've given you the information to do it. I'll do it after I'm done with my live stream. Which is humorous because now 11 people got to hear my Bigfoot story. Well, technically it was somebody else's Bigfoot story. It was my story of having to hear someone's Bigfoot story. And I'm just like, God, I think you need more Klonopin than I do. Holy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know. There's probably a thin line because someone on the chat right now, Optic Razor, is asking Container Man. He's a truck driver. It's like, have you seen any UFOs in your travels? Because now they got them talking about this stuff. And I'm like, I actually have seen a UFO. Because technically the definition of that is an unidentified flying object. And I have seen that. He says that flying saucer I may have seen going across the highway may have been a tire, but I'm not sure. Being silly. Oh, oh yeah, seeing a tire come across, a highway with traffic is scary. Yeah. Oh my God, a tire hit a car. I bet that was an interesting sight. Oh, it moved the engine. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh shit. It took the lug nuts and everything. Holy shit. Somebody did not inspect that vehicle well. Oh my God. Tell me there wasn't a passenger. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's awful. Oh. This whole stream just got depressing. Oh wow. Yeah, this makes me not want to go anywhere now. Hugs. Yeah. At least it would be harder for the tire to end up in your passenger compartment. Okay. Okay. Yikes. Well, can you message me later? Lots of hugs. Or, yeah. Yikes. Yikes. He was telling me a story where, yeah, I gotta close, close these. Anyway, oh my God. So, like, apparently a tire, like, well, a wheel came off, lug nuts and all, and smashed into another car. And it, like, when it's all said and done, like, the wheel was, like, in the passenger compartment of the car. I was like, was there a passenger? And he's like, it's hard to tell. I'm like, hence my cringe. I'm sorry, what the fuck is a skinwalker? I've heard some strange noises that could mean about. Again, let's get back to the skinwalker. What the fuck is that? I am semi-traumatized. Hold on, I need to check something. While he's writing that down, I assume he can't just leave us hanging like that. He's not gonna tell us what skinwalkers are, is he? You can't leave people hanging like that. Like, you can't just be like writing that weird shit and then not tell us what that means. Crazy. Now I'm gonna have to look it up, and the NSA thinks I'm crazy because I'm looking up that. Okay, if they can take animal form, how do you know it was not just an animal, dude? Or did it pull like a American Wolf in London, like right in front of you? I have questions. I see, but I still have questions. I'm like, how would you even know though? Like, I mean, oh, hit thingy again. Okay, I hate my shit static me up. Sorry, but listen. Like, how do you know it wasn't just an animal? A shapeshifter? Well, I would reckon so. No shit. That's right where I'm at. What am I reading? Right? Usually it doesn't get this interesting in the chat, or at least this type of interesting. But okay, I have questions. Like, if I see an animal, I assume it's an animal. Love it. That's some cheesiness right there. I saw something that looked like a teardrop shape. I don't know how big it was because it was like way up high, but I could still see it. And it was like the color of fire. Like it was like this orangish yellow color, and it was like moving erratically, and it stopped. Looked like it disappeared, then appeared over here and did more erratic movements. And I'm like, and I was not even the only one that saw it. Like I was the only one sober, in fact, because they didn't have tequila or any kind of whiskey. They had beer. Yeah. And so, like, they saw it too, and I'm like, am I seeing this shit? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, damn. I think I still had a flip phone then, so there was no taking pictures of that shit. So there's kind of American Werewolf in London when his foot started doing this weird ass shit like this. I will keep that in mind. Alright, if you see a weird animal, check its hind legs, see what it looks like. Cause damn. Same. But yikes. But, yeah, you know, of all people, this is not who I expected to hear this from. For real. That's bit of a surprise. And when is my cup due to arrive, damn it? I need to drink coffee out of something. I mean, I have a coffee cup, but I want like a super cool coffee cup. Then I can be like, look, everybody, I have a tactical technician coffee cup. You're so cute when you're creeped out. Oh, thank you. That's that may be the only compliment like that I've ever gotten. I'll take it. There's a ranch of this shit. Like, so it's not just like a random skinwalker now and then. It's a straight up ranch of this shit. Like, is somebody growing them? Like a puppy kennel? A puppy mill? You know what I mean? I don't mean to creep you. Well, it's not totally got creeped out. You didn't seem like the one that would be throwing this one out here. I gotta admit. It's always the cute, quiet ones. I don't know. That's fair, but don't you think you should give people warning? But you gotta be smooth about it, though. You gotta tell them if you see an animal whose like hind legs are strangely elongated, stay away from them. You could do that. That way, they'll be like, oh, okay, like yeah, those particular animals are often very fast and dangerous. You want to stay away from any animal that has like elongated hind legs. Like you should tell them that because then they're gonna be like, oh, okay, it's a particular type of dangerous animal. I should watch out. It doesn't sound like, oh, American Wolf in London. Holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's all about delivering it to people in a careful way. Like, don't get me wrong, you're weird, but you're cute. I'll still show off that mug, and I'll still send funny gifts to your DMs. Don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of like, holy shit. But right, I thought Skinwalker Ranch was a gay bar. My cousin went there last night. Really, Dino? Really? I don't know what to do with y'all. I don't know what to do with y'all right now. Y'all crazy. Y'all all crazy. Yeah, you gotta find a way to deliver it so that way they can know what to look for without being creeped out. Like, you know. Like if you know there's a location where unusually hind-legged animals hang out, you could tell people to avoid that area, for instance. Things like that. Because if you freak people out and they think you're crazy, they won't listen to you, even if your advice is sound. Because once people think, oh, this is something I'm not used to hearing and I don't believe it, so I'm just going to shut down all listening. That's what ends up happening. It's a place where strange phenomena occurs. I gotta say, I'm glad tactical technician is not with me at the doctor today, because that dude would have been talking about Bigfoot, he'd have been talking about skinwalkers, and I've been like, oh. And that's the skin flute. Sweet Christ on a cracker. I can't believe this conversation's happening. I'm honestly happy she's more creeped out about the myth than me flirting with her. This never goes like that for me in real life. You mean they're more down for the creepy shit than you flirting with them? I mean, I'm a cat and you're a dinosaur. I mean, obviously, like the offspring would be fucked up if we tried. So, this whole interspecies miscegenation thing wouldn't work. But we could totally be cool and be like friends. I'm totally down for that though. So like a gritty reboot of Gravity Falls. I have to watch Gravity Falls. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is. What were you talking about? You started it and saying Bigfoot. Okay, so I was at the doctor's office today, trying to get a refill on my meds. Dude's taking me for fucking ever, which is weird. And this dude in front of me, I forget how we started talking. I think it started with me talking about how annoyed I was. I can't believe we're waiting this long. What the shit? And the guy's like, yeah, I know, it's not easy waiting when you got food poisoning. And I was like, oh, thank God Long John Silver, stay away. Especially on the south side, apparently. Anyway, and I don't know how it migrated into this, but somehow there was talk of Bigfoot and this and that. I'm like, this is not your usual waiting room conversation. If you're lucky, there is no waiting room conversation. Okay, no, today. So I was telling him I was in a bad mood, I was getting hangry and this and that, and God, there's like a million things I could do this way better than this. I have no patience waiting, especially when I'm like maybe the second person to show up. So I shouldn't have to be waiting for fucking ever. I got there early for a reason. Anyway, so talking shit. So the dude starts talking about Bigfoot, and I kind of double take. So I'm like, did I just hear that? And so it's kind of a smile and nod moment. Like, oh, okay. And I'm like, you must be here for some other than food poisoning, I reckon. And the dude's got a black eye. Like, he's wearing glasses, and, like the light's hitting a certain way, so it took me a second to realize that what I saw here was not the shadow, it was, like, purple. And I'm like, oh, so he's been decked at least once recently. I see he's a people person. Okay. And, no, Container Man, that sounds like some bad, nah, don't you put that voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby. Huh. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. Bigfoot versus Skinwalker would make a good movie. Like, fuck. The whole you being a kitty with a supermodel attribute. No, I don't have supermodel attributes. It's okay with me, I'm pansexual dinosaur. But I'm a cat. I think there's an anatomy issue here. I mean, that's probably why you don't see, like, a lot of, large mastiffs having, like, offspring with domestic house cats. It just doesn't work. No. But I could appreciate your sexual flexibility, though, dinosaur. But fuck, that just threw me off. Give me a minute. Container Man, I've been down that way. Creepy at night, 100%. Anyway, so yeah, so he was talking about that. I was super hungry and getting super cranky, and what finally broke me. And I think I may have interrupted the guy because I started tuning out a little bit. I was trying not to, but his delivery wasn't good. Anyway, so she calls in this other bitch because like this dude in front of me, then it was me, and then a third person walked in, and that was a dude, and then a chick with a cane who looked like she was younger than me went to like another one in the waiting rooms because they have it split off where there was this small waiting room here, one here, sort of like that. And so she calls her, and I'm like, she was the fourth bitch here. Okay, she was the fourth person here. Okay, this should be the dude in front of me, then him, then her. I was pissed. So I got up and I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving because I am too hungry for all this fucking crap. So I left. I might go back tomorrow because I do need my Klonopin because I will like fucking lose my shit at night. It's not good. So I'm still not as perverted as filmmakers of cuties. True. At least everybody's of age in this conversation, so agreed. Hello, DJ Odyssey. Oh, purr. Thank you, Container Man. Purr. I don't know what you're into, but I'll give you your scratches back. Anyway. So yeah, the shit show started yesterday. I don't know. I was hoping like us having not being able to have running water was going to be like the extent of the issues, but no, now it's this. I mean, at least laundry, we can do our laundry next door. That's at least something. Or have you been there before? Been where? Hold on. Are you sure he wasn't talking about him having a Bigfoot? No, he's talking about a big, tall, hairy creature. But he said it was on all fours. I'm like, I thought Bigfoot was on 2 feet. And he's like, not always. And I'm like, so no, he meant straight up Bigfoot. Like, I even was getting clarification. Like, are you sure? Like, some people in Oklahoma are just kind of ugly and hairy. Are you sure that wasn't just a mistake? Maybe they saw you coming and put you in the back for a reason. No, I walked in and sat in the very front waiting room in front of the reception desk. You can't fucking miss me. I'm right there. I was like 5 feet from the front door. There's no missing it. I'm there. Anyway, so where have you been there before? Oh, is the doctor's office? Yeah, for years. I've been giving medication for years there. They're just fucking twats today. I think he only gave that secretary the job because I think it's his sister and she's old and she's not all there no more. And I guess his way of, being able to keep an eye on her and make sure she's okay instead of leaving her home by herself. I really think that's the only reason why she's working there, to be honest. So, yeah. Anywho, so yeah, so no running water. Like it kind of runs, it kind of doesn't. Like we can only turn it on for a very short time to let like the toilet tank fill and everything, and then shut it back off. Otherwise, the motor's gonna burn. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding. So that and the taxes are due on the house. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding. Great, they'll auction off a house that has to have the fucking water thing. Ah, fuck. I so want to run away. Want to run away. And I'm super salty because, all right, like there's this couple we know, friends of Chris, because I don't like them. Anyway, that's why they're not my friends. Anyway, they always go on and on about money being tough. But apparently, they went on a kayaking trip like yesterday or whatever, or day before. I don't know, or they're at today. I kind of have heard the conversation, and I'm like, oh, that must be nice, you know, because they're always complaining about not having money. He doesn't have a car. She does, but he doesn't. But they went on a vacation trip. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good way to spend your money that you don't have. Anyway, and then we found out this other guy that's a friend of Chris. I don't know what is with Chris and his friends. I swear to fucking God. But someone else, like, kind of acts like they don't have money and everything. It's kind of a long story, but he kind of owes Chris. We'll just leave it at that. And we found out for his birthday, he went to Florida for vacation and has a picture of himself on Facebook with his new BMW. I'm like, wow, really? You couldn't help Chris when he needed it, but you could do that? I hope he has the worst insurance possible, and I hope he wrecks the BMW. Call me a bitch, I don't care. But I feel like if you owe people money, you don't need to be doing that. And if you are, don't rub it in people's faces like flexing on fucking Facebook and shit. Just saying. That's my opinion on it. So yeah, nobody put kitty. Meow. But you see, like it's so like since yesterday, it's been a fucking shit show. And it's like it just doesn't stop. It never ends. I'm like, oh, my eBay store is doing terrible, fucking terribly. So yeah, fucking mess. So that's pretty much my shit show. So, Kitty is up front and on top. No, I'm not. I am barely got my head above water and I'm drowning fast. I'm up front and drowning. That is what is happening. Not gonna lie. You have people on fucking YouTube and Twitter flexing like, oh, you know, like all this going on. Like, no, real life story. Shit stuff. Yeah. You want fun, happy stories? There's probably a better channel for that. Anyway, but I'm hoping to add some cool like live streams and videos to my channel, but unfortunately I have no way to do it because I've heard there's gold in the Wichita Mountains and the rivers. And I thought that would be a super fun video to try to go do that. But that requires a better tire, fuel. And I'm like, gosh, if I go down there, I don't find anything, which is going to be even worse. Even though, like, the Wichita Mountains is actually not that far, considering. It's like I think it's like 2 hour drive. So it's not bad, really. So I don't know. I'll try to see if I can do that next day or so. So I don't know. See what happens. Because the state of Oklahoma actually owes me some money. And they are dragging their heels about giving it to me. It pisses me off. It would help a lot if they would hurry the hell up. $500 goes a long way when you're broke. Hey guys, what's going on? Who wrote what? You missed the news, and most of this has been complaining. So if I think the first 20 minutes is me talking about the news. The rest of it is me just explaining to everybody how shit everything is right now. Chris is the guy I'm dating. Slash computer tech. Who is coughing because he's a pothead. I thought, yeah, somebody was confused because, like, yesterday I mentioned that, and they were like, who? And I'm like, I could have sworn, like, people in that, like, well, he'd, like, there's been times when he's, like, kind of been in the scene for a second and said hi to people. But that's been a while, so I think maybe people just forgot. Anyway, so I'm gonna hop off, gather my clothes, and take to the neighbor's house for laundry. Thank God their house is okay. It's a little dusty, but it's not bad. Like, it's not, like, gross, so thank God, you know? Because I would just take my clothes to the river. Bar of soap, raw, I'd do it. Anyway, but lots of love to all of y'all. I'll drop it one more time. If anybody wants to send love, like tangible love, because I know y'all are always nice and come here and you show your love that way, and I always appreciate it. So if you have like tangible love you can throw, I'm super glad to like receive that, obviously. Because fuck, everything's a mess. Anyway, but nonetheless, I shall talk to you later. I might stream later, I might not. I don't know. I might be invited to Jesse the Crow's Nest stream, but I don't know what time that will be. Which is kind of whenever I get a link sent to me. So I have no idea what I'll be doing, but his heart is racing now. Are you okay? Like, is it in a good way, or are you like, is like something wrong? Yeah. Oh, I should have brought my cat ears. I had like headbands, little cat ears. I've tried to collect here and there because they're usually only like $2, dollar or two. You know, when you find them. So like, I bought a new set of cat ears, and it's like they're like little black ears, but the insides are like white and like glittery. So I'll try to remember to wear those. I just forget to. They're like hanging up in my room, but I just forget to wear them. But anyways, one was I love y'all. Watch out for Bigfoot. He'll hang out by the fucking river. Oh god damn it! I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess I'll be doing my laundry at my neighbor's house. That's right. But he said after dark though, although sometimes in broad daylight. And I was like, what? Like, are you high? I didn't ask that. I thought it. I thought that might be rude. I was really trying not to be like too much of a weirdo. That I was just like, okay. So anyway, I heard a cough. I heard a very familiar cough. No, that's not who I thought that was. Never mind. Anyways, love y'all. Meow.